It is week 6, product list. So let's clone this one, and I will demonstrate view model and navigation. And this program is using database, but database will be explained later. Okay. So let's clone it. And go here, file, new, get from version control, new, project from version control, command V, product list, trust project, new window. Don't press it, okay? Because it may break it at this moment. Last time I updated this, it was during summer. So let's run it to see what it does. This is based on Google example, and that example is just to demonstrate how to use database to insert, update, and delete items. Example is dumb because it is inventorization system with local database on Android. Who would store inventorization on mobile device without actual connection to outside world? So this program is indeed storing data in local database, and there is no way to export the data. Obviously, it is a dumb approach, but what they do, they just demonstrate storing data, essentially. So this is not original example, it is edited example. So I changed its name in Android, like in example from Google, it's called inventory app. So I rewrote it clean away. It is using hill dependency injection now, and again, to make it easier to maintain. But idea is still the same. I added more inputs, so I made items selectable. So let's add something, plus sign. I added date and time, product list, okay, pen. Product price, $2.25. Quantity, 400 pence. Okay. This is current, but we can change, save, and it goes to list. Next, potentially we can have more than one item in a list. So when do we need to pass data? We need to pass data when we want to edit it. You click on it, and you're editing the items that you clicked, obviously. So you need to pass ID of the item during navigation process. Right. When you delete it, it's not navigation. It is navigation back to the list. So where else do we need to pass data? Okay. I think this is pretty much it. Only to do edit. So it is quite similar. So let's open that. Product list, UI, app root screen. I borrowed original arrangement of it. So they create navigation host not as one variable above it. They just create it as a parameter. But who cares? It works the same way. And they pass navigation host to another function. they pass navigation controller to another function, this one. In my other examples, I just put it right here. So product navigation host. They put it here. Product navigation host. And now it looks similar. When we want to see details, this one, so this is list. Please notice that this is some constant inside of this object, right? So I define it similar to original idea, product list destination, and the product list destination is object that is wrapping. Route, name of the title, a title to be displayed at the top of the screen, name of the argument, this one, and route with arguments. So, since this part is inserted into route with arguments, it is editable in one place, right here. So if I change underscore to dash, it will keep working. I don't need to go around my code to make sure that everything stays consistent. So this is the reason why people define these addresses as constants. So you change it in one place. Okay? So it was like this, but if I change like this, it will still work, because it is defined in one location. So when I navigate, it will use the constant. This is why it will work. So product entry destination. Product entry destination does not have a data because it's new item. Right? That doesn't have ID because it's new item. New item will not have ID until we save it into database. A database will generate ID automatically because it is configured as auto-generate. A list also doesn't have data. Details you already saw. So it is one place when it has both. Oh no, details and edit has both, right? This is details, but edit, actual edit. Why it's not editing? It's a cell, it's not edit. This is edit button. Here it is, this is edit screen. Okay. Also, I can do product details this way. And product edit. And it will continue working because defined in one place. Okay. Also, this is quite tedious because, as you see, several inputs, a lot of screens. We will have either this example or something else. I will look it up. Okay. In the summer, I asked students to do to-do list program. Because this is explained this kind of list editing, and it was to-do list. You will not have to-do list program as assignment. The reason is that it will be example to-do list. So it cannot be assignment because it will be example to the list. So how do I create view models here? Destination. Okay, where's list host? Here it is. View models are created as variables in the composable. Here it is, composable part, this. And pass it as a parameter to the screen. Why did they do it? Because it's a copy-paste from, developer.android.com. At that moment, it was there like this. Can we do the same as parameter, default parameter of product list? I bet it will work if we do. I just didn't try it. If we open that view models and insert messages when view model is created, when view model is destroyed, we can see how it will behave when we navigate. It's probably a good idea to see. It's kind of research to know, right? Probably it's for free time when you have, or I have, to put messages similar way to know when it is discarding it. And if it is discarding only when there is a data in the address line, it's probably pattern already, because it is 2 examples of Bulldog this way. So this is what I wanted to show, how people use constants. And again, it's not a naming convention. I did it because Google had it in the example. Maybe another example, no, maybe there is other examples that are doing it differently. But people do define constants because it makes sense. If you want to rename, you rename it in one place. Otherwise, you may forget to rename it in another place, so it will be inconsistent. Questions? So next piece, last one. It is discussion of flow. These examples, some of them use flow because database provide convenient interface for flow. Pet example doesn't have a flow because although we can create one, it is calling functions, and these functions is doing potentially network requests that gives data with some delay. We can create flows the same way if we really want to. How it would work? We would have to create object, call it not stateflow, is that object is, we can also insert into stateflow, but this is ugly idea. Not ugly, it is just straightforward idea. We can use shared flow. Shared flow can be used as a source, flow source. It is technically like a state flow, but box is on opposite side. You insert into that box like a source of the data. But state flow, it's kind of receiver end. So let's talk about flows. And I don't plan to talk a lot about it. It is just generalization to what we know.